Hello, I'm Sash, and welcome to episode 51 of my Steins Let's Read. Just a warning, this episode is going to be a bit science heavy because they will be explaining a bit more about how the time travel works. And Faith and I will be comparing it to how physics works in the really real world. So, please enjoy our discussions. I feel a chill as well. CERN might be able to see everything we're doing. No, maybe. Maybe CERN has been expecting us for years. How could that be? The answer is simple. Titer claims that CERN completed their time machine in 2034. Just 2 years later, the world is a dystopia under their rule. Maybe the CERN of 2034 considers our operations in 2010 a threat. Maybe they used their time machine to travel to 2000 and install a fiber optic cable to track our every move. It's entirely possible. Yeah, maybe CERN's spying on us and didn't expect Daru to notice.
Well, that would be trippy to have, future CERN connect them while present CERN is threatening Vigilance.
Yeah, left hand doesn't know what the right hand's doing.
Small conflict of interest, but that's okay. Though, in 2034, what has Okabe done that they consider him a threat?
Invented a time machine.
Yeah. You have to wonder what's going on now. Why Kurisu's part of it.
Has the invention of the time machine started an intertemporal war? Well, that's a trippy thought.
Oh dear.
Maybe CERN's fighting itself.
Oh no.
If so, what could we do?
That would be bad.
Our enemy might be stronger than I could even imagine. No, I mustn't lose heart. I need to think positive. But thanks to this direct line, we can now control the LHC remotely. Okay. Well, there's probably a remote interface because you can't really push the main button on the LHC from the LHC.
Yeah.
Like, the LHC has to be super cooled down to almost 0 degrees Kelvin. Not safe to be standing near.
Yeah, to put it lightly.
You figured out how? Wow, that's amazing, Daru-kun! Mayuri pauses her DVD and comes up beside me. With a connection this fast, we can control the LHC practically in real time. I haven't actually tried it yet, though. Yeah, that might set off some alarm bells.
A few.
That's right. Even if this is some kind of CERN trap, we might be able to make use of it. They're still vulnerable to our attack. The LHC is that 20-kilometer long tunnel thing, right? What does it do again? It accelerates protons and smashes them together. Oh yeah, mini black holes, right? The official line is that mini black holes might manifest as byproduct of the particle collisions, but that's not the truth. According to the top-secret documents we found, the LHC was intended to create black holes from the very beginning. But we still don't know exactly how they do it. We might need to think a way to...
Okabe.
Oh, good morning, Kurisu. Kurisu suddenly emerges from the development room. She was cooped up in there all morning.
Hi.
Her expression is unusually grave. What's wrong?
I figured it out.
Figured what out?
I think I know how the phone wave works.
Really? Do tell. I'm all ears. Kurisu nods. She still hasn't smiled.
Keep in mind that this is just a hypothesis based on what we've observed.
Ready to technobabble?
Ah, yes. If there's math, I'm screwed. It's closely related to what you guys were just talking about. The LHC.
I believe it was you, Christina, who called the LHC the world's largest microwave.
Yes. Exactly. My hunch was right. You've created a monster, Okabe.
It's alive! Alive! Mwahahaha! A monster.
It doesn't belong in some amateur lab. Before you take that as an endorsement of your abilities, I mean it in a bad way.
We're not equipped.
Yeah.
Kurisu clutches her arms as to keep herself from trembling. Give me the details.
Did you know that the microwave oven was invented as a byproduct of radar research?
Yes, I did. Daru and I nod. Mayuri shakes her head. We read up on all of that back when the phone wave, name subject to change, started acting weird.
Microwaves are electromagnetic waves with a frequency of 2.45 gigahertz. The phone wave is commercial grade, so its output is around 1500 to 2000 watts. Here's the important part.
Krisu goes on to explain that the electromagnetic waves output by the microwave are somehow connected to the electromagnetic waves output by the phone. In fact, you could say they are fused together. According to Daru's blueprints, the microwave and the phone are made to send out shared electromagnetic waves by taking their leads and hardwiring each one of them into the magnetron's cathode and anode. Yeah, this is a bit, not how science works, but I can still let this one go.
Yeah, sometimes science needs to be bent.
Well, I can let it go on the basis of this is a different universe. Their laws of physics may be different than ours.
Well, yeah.
Like,
even just the idea of time travel being not theoretical makes it different from ours.
yeah, but I'm just saying, like, maybe their basic laws of physics are slightly different than ours.
Yeah. Also, they could be making it basically in as layman's terms as they can.
Yeah, that too. They may be oversimplifying.
Because if it went full
Yeah.
science, I don't think everyone could keep up.
Yeah. Well, they did do the whole thing on time travel back in, like, episode 3.
Yeah, but that was still clear enough that I could keep up.
Yeah. On one hand, we have the microwave's super strong electromagnetic waves, originally a byproduct of the military's research into radar technology. Yeah, they noticed everything they pointed the radar at caught on fire.
Yeah.
Then they thought,
Science!
this might have useful applications in weapons tech and warming things up.
Hey, you know what we could do? We could bake pie with this thing.
Probably
Hey, Jim,
someone did.
Jim, we could bake pie.
No, someone probably went, hey, I've got an MRE. I don't want to heat it. I don't want to set a fire to heat it up. Just stick it in front of the radar range.
Yeah.
Bro.
Turn it on.
Yeah.
Nothing bad could happen here.
Yeah. They turn it on. Hey, the MRE's cooked.
There's a whole bunch of jumps in technology that sometimes I have to wonder what idiot
Yeah.
decided to test this out.
Yeah. What idiot decided to tape a phone to a microwave?
Oh, this is Okabe and Daru we're talking about here.
On the other, we have the cell phone, standardized electromagnetic waves, a frequency now ubiquitous throughout the world. What happens when you fuse those two waves?
Both devices use electromagnetic waves. I'm not a specialist, though, so I can't examine the extent or magnitude of the influence that fusion has.
Or the other possibility is Krisu's just plain wrong. She says she's not a specialist on
Yeah,
EM waves, so she could just be talking out of her ass and be wrong.
true, but just in case there might be a nugget of truth.
Yeah.
But hypothetically, if the cell phone were to become a stepping stone, scattering the military-grade electromagnetic waves over a vast range of hundreds of kilometers, we could cook everybody.
If you use multimodal reflection sorting,
Then not just Akihabara. I was right! Then not just Akihabara, but all of Tokyo would turn into the inside of a microwave oven. Taking into account slight variance due to body weight, the average time until death for the people inside would be 3 minutes. Delicious!
Weapons tech.
Considering I've been watching Attack on Titan, it sounds like a buffet. This is not good.
Oh, theory. Maybe the Titans are setting this up so we accidentally microwave ourselves so when they attack we're already cooked for them.
Yes, they're just making a buffet. That's what it is.
Seriously?
Oh dear.
Then the phone waves is a weapon of mass destruction, isn't it?
Oh.
Is it really that powerful? Oh god, Okabe's got an WMD.
I had a thought. What if this is what CERN wants? This is how they got their dystopia.
Yeah. Oh, and also, hello to the nice NSA man who is now listening because I said WMD. Or NSA woman. I don't
Hi,
judge.
guys.
I don't judge.
Though, you have to think. The NSA watches everything when certain words ping through. And I have a friend that I do role play with a lot of government stuff because Marvel and S.H.I.E.L.D. and stuff.
They've probably got a big old file on you.
I have to wonder, who's the poor bugger that has to sit down and read through all of this? Oh god, they're discussing S.H.I.E.L.D. again, never mind.
Or they're trying to sort out your secret code because they have never actually watched any of the Marvel movies.
Yeah, that would be awkward, wouldn't it? Just wait until they get so tired they see S.H.I.E.L.D. and just kind of put it away, and then we could start burying the real secrets inside.
Either that, or they're keeping an eye on you because what you're saying is right. And they're just keeping everything under wraps.
Nah, that would be super tricky. That would be a problem.
For you.
Look, man, I'm just a dumbass who likes superhero movies. Let's not. Let me tell you what happens inside the oven. The air inside the oven is full of invisible hydrogen atoms. First, it bombards the atoms with microwaves to increase their energy potential. This is the normal function of a microwave oven.
Yep.
But when you add the electromagnetic waves from the phone, the harmonics trigger a chain reaction. Particles collide repeatedly at near light speed, gaining mass and energy each time.
Not quite how physics works, but different universe, rules are different.
Yeah. I mean, they made a time machine out of a microwave. In other words, it became a sort of particle accelerator. In a microwave, okay.
A particle accelerator? It's literally the same thing as the LHC. No, LHC is much bigger. And can go a lot faster.
And also presumably has a door. I'm a little concerned about the lack of a door now.
So, if the LHC was created to generate mini black holes, then the phone wave, name subject to change, must also produce many black holes. Kurisu doesn't deny it.
It's a miracle that thing has been so stable. But there's still one thing I don't understand. Even if it does produce many black holes, they should evaporate.
Yes, that's how real-world physics works.
Yeah, but that's not what happens in the phone wave. The jellification phenomenon proves that. Just like in the LHC, our many black holes are turning into Kerr black holes.
According to Titer, you have to inject electrons to produce the Kerr black hole effect. Yeah, that's the spinning black holes.
Yeah. Where do the injected electrons come from? That's what I don't understand. The LHC uses something called a lifter to inject electrons into the black hole and control the gravitational field. Something is filling that role inside the phone wave.
So something? We've gone over this before. I have my guess on what it is.
Well, if it's TV, man, I gotta say, what kind of TV and microwave are they buying that these things create what CERN has?
I don't know, but I want to know where they shop.
Yeah, that is one heck of a Sears.
Even though your mother expressly forbidded me from working with black holes.
Yes, that would be bad. You're not allowed.
But,
neither is she, for that matter.
But time machine, please.
You don't need a time machine.
Yes, I do.
He wants to play with black holes, Mommy.
No, that is against the rules. Bad session.
Like I said, I don't know what.
So I guess that's what it comes down to. All Kurisu's explanation does is confirm our hypothesis that the phone wave, name subject to change, functions the same as the LHC. Ooh, we've got spam.
Yeah.
Hey! It's Suzuha.
It's easy to pretend to be someone you're not. Ultimately, however, there's no escaping the contradictions between your false self and the real you. It's a paradox. Paradoxes can't hold. I tried to tell myself that I didn't need it, forming bonds would only hurt, but somehow I ended up joining your circle of friends. I still don't know if it was for the best. Nah, I'm sure it was. Without you, I would have given up on ever finding my dad. I don't know why I wrote all this. I guess what I'm trying to say is thanks. Is that a goodbye mail?
I don't know.
That sounds like something you'd tell someone at the very end. Honestly, that's not where my mind would stick, but okay.
Though, what's she talking about? It's easy to pretend to be someone you're not. Like,
Yeah.
are we sharing confessions now? Be careful to whom you expose your innermost feelings. They may use it against you. Looks like we need to review what the LHC is. It's time for our LHC Moe guy to
I
shine.
forgot he said that. God, that was weird.
What, the LHC is Moe? Yeah. LHC stands for Large Hadron Collider. Hadron?
It's the name of an elementary park. Like dust.
The LHC is basically a huge circular tunnel underneath Switzerland and France. It's centered under Switzerland because Switzerland is neutral.
Heh! Horrible pun. Oh god.
And it's a big magnet and so on and so forth.
Yeah.
It sits about 100 meters below the ground and has a total length of 27 kilometers. There are 2 rings that run through the tunnel. Inside the rings is super low temperature vacuum, an environment like outer space, basically. Seriously, Moe. Dude, I don't even.
Sir, you are an odd man. Then again, it is not the worst kink I've ever heard of, so...
In an adjacent facility, protons are gradually accelerated by the linear accelerator, the proton synchrotron booster, and the super proton synchrotron. Finally, they're injected into the LHC, where they undergo their final acceleration via a series of superconducting magnets installed in the tunnel. By now, they're traveling up to 99.9999991% of the speed of light. That's enough to melt your brain. Not as dangerous as the phone wave, though. Finally, the accelerated protons collide approximately 1 to 10 billion times a second. The purpose of the LHC project is to study the high-energy interactions that result, or so they say. We know they're a bunch of stinking liars. I guess that about covers it. And that, my fellow lab members, brings us to the question. Can the phone wave, named subject to change, beat CERN to true physical time travel?
2 problems. 1, setting the destination. 2, the lifter.
We already established that D-mail arrives precisely when and where it's supposed to.
It's dangerous to accept that without verification.
Yeah. EM waves tend to handle being materializing in solid objects a lot better than humans.
Yeah, no kidding.
Agreed. As for the lifter, we already know it exists. We just need to figure out what it is.
I don't think we're going to find it. Phone wave's not exactly big, you know. We've been poking at it for days without turning up a clue. Even if we do find it, it'll take forever to learn how to tune the electron beat properly.
How long is forever? As long as diamonds?
CERN's been working on it for 9 years, and they still haven't solved it.
We're just amateurs, so it's bound to take even longer. Wait, I have an idea. Let's look at it from a different angle. CERN tried to send people back in time, but they couldn't get the electron feed right. The singularities were not naked. It's the same with the phone wave, named subject to change. You can only send 36 bytes of data safely. Otherwise, you get a jelly man.
Or a Jelbana.
Yeah. Let's consider the problem in reverse. What if we could convert a human to data, then compress that data into just 36 bytes? Math doesn't work that way.
No, not really.
We could send that person through the ring singularity just like a D-mail, couldn't we?
But then what would happen? If it gets to a phone, like, does the human pop out like a Pokeball or something?
Yeah. Convert a human to data? That's not even possible, man. Yeah, that's Star Trek tech.
Yeah. But if they do get there, like, who's gonna know what it is? They see an email or a text message, and they're like, yeah, it's spam, and they delete it. What happens to the person?
Yeah. And even if it were, there'd be like exabytes of data or something. You want to compress that into 36 bytes? Are you high?
Every day, Daru. Every day.
He's high on life. I thought it was a good idea. I guess it's not that easy. The barriers to time travel are just too high. I turned to Kurisu, meaning to ask her opinion, and then I realized that her expression has changed dramatically. Her eyes are wide as saucers, and her mouth is hanging open.
Of course. If it works, then maybe.
She has an idea.
Uh-oh.
She pauses for a second, and then...
Maybe we can do it. I still don't see how a human's gonna get past a spam filter.
Do what? Time travel? It's hard to believe what Kurisu is saying, even though it was my idea in the first place. Are you serious? Kurisu grins triumphantly in response.
The data compression part, at least, is easy. This is you. We can just use the black holes created by the LHC, since black holes compress everything they swallow.
Wrong, 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 wrong. Wrong, 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 wrong.
Yeah, that makes no sense.
You cannot use a black hole to compress data. Math does not work that way.
They don't just compress, though. It's not like it's a, huge spatial equivalent of WinRAR.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh no.
This is what I have problem with.
I see why. That is awful.
Yeah, like if they said they'd use the LHC to make a more stable black hole or something that they could cram more data through,
I could accept that.
I could go with that.
I mean, I can accept a lot of things.
Math does not work this way.
I can accept stable wormholes being used as bridges. I can accept that.
Yeah, I could even accept their time travel and the fundamental laws of universe being slightly different. But this is math being different. That is a big thing wrong.
Not just that, but I'm having a tiny problem with the idea of not only converting a human, presumably their physical form as well, into data and then using a black hole like WinRAR. That's a massive jump.
Yeah. My biggest problem is I know how compression algorithms work. Not on a deep level, but in general.
Yeah.
And it's nothing like a black hole.
Yeah.
It all has to do with math and pattern recognition.
But I don't know either.
There is a point where you won't get any returns on compressing it.
Yeah. But I don't know much either, but I do know, I'm not a scientist, I don't do science much. But even I know black holes don't work that way. I don't see how you can compress a human physical, just trying to compress a brain into that amount of data would probably irrevocably ruin it, to be honest. You can't unzip that.
Yeah. That would be lossy. And when you're dealing with the human, you want lossless.
Especially because, what's going to remain? What's going to be the base compressed data?
Yeah. You're not going to compress exabytes of data down to 36 bytes.
I would accept this a little more if there were magic involved, because magic kind of trips out. The whole point of magic is that it does things that are scientifically impossible.
Yeah.
This isn't magic. I can swallow it, but...
Yeah. I can accept it as necessary break from reality for artistic license.
I still wonder how they're gonna unpack it, though. If they send a human, what are they gonna do?
But I'm just saying, if they if they used CERN's LHC to create a stable or a stabler Kerr black hole that they could punch more data through, then I could have accepted that. That would have been a lot better, just from a constructive criticism point of view.
Well, look at that. I can accept a lot.
That's how I would have done it better.
Because, like I said, the Marvel movies before the Bifrost is basically a stable wormhole being used as a bridge. I can accept that.
Yeah.
I can accept that maybe
or
it
Stargate
could be used as a bridge between times as well as places.
Yeah.
I'm not so sure I can accept that.
Yeah.
Well, we'll see how they finagle their way through this one.
Yeah.